Hey, oh hey, you feel a little unwell there? Are you green? Green with envy about this fantastic, quick and easy pesto dish I've just made? Café Gabe's Poor Man's Pesto? Now I know what you're thinking. Poor Man's Pesto? Gabe, why do you have a mustache? Gabe, why Poor Man's Pesto? 2 words. Pine nuts. Oh my gosh, pine nuts are expensive. Look at the price of these pine nuts versus these almonds that we're using today instead. You can't go wrong there. You honestly can't tell the difference either. So, hey, Poor Man's Pesto today at Café Gabe. She'll be riding 6 white horses. She'll be up. You could have knocked. Well, the only reason you're seeing me now was because Chef Gabe didn't audio properly again. So now editing Gabe. At least everything was recorded. I'll give him that, okay? So mic wasn't on, so the camera mic was recording. So it's not the best quality. His bad, my bad. Hey, recipe is still aces, 1 out of 10, delicious, right? But apologies on his behalf for not understanding how his mic worked. It was a new mic at the time, to his credit, but still. Everything about the video is still there. It's still a fantastic recipe. I would say go ahead, give the schmuck a mulligan, give the recipe a shot. Editing Gabe, adios. Okay, I've got everything I need here for my Poor Man's Pesto. I've already got my basil leaves plucked and placed into my food processor. I have my almonds, my lemon, my olive oil, red chili flakes, my salt. I've got some minced garlic right here on my cutting board. And my grater for my Parmesan cheese on the very top. Pretty simple here, pretty straightforward. I'm going to ask everyone here to just trust the process. Eyeball it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being precise, particularly when baking. But something like a sauce, hey, let's get a little razzly-dazzly with this one, okay? So I've got about, I guess it'd be like an ounce and 2/3 of basil leaves. It was 2 packets of HEB, you know, about 2.5 tablespoons of almonds. I'm going to try to shoot for about a 1/4 cup of olive oil to start and add as I need to. My 3 garlic cloves, my lemon juice, I'm going to do a big pinch of red chili flakes, a good pinch of salt, and adjust accordingly. Of course, with your salt and your red chili flakes, less is more. Be sure you don't overdo either one of them. But quick recipe, simple recipe. Let's just go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to sloosh my garlic into my food processor with my basil. A little pinch of lemon right now. That's probably about 2 teaspoons, maybe a tablespoon. I'm gonna go ahead and just drizzle in a bit of salt. That's maybe half a teaspoon. And we're gonna go ahead and start blending. Now, what I wanna do here is, mute the audio, it's gonna get really loud. But I'm gonna drizzle in my olive oil as I go, which is why I don't wanna put it in, I mean, if I had a measuring cup with a spout, that'd be a lot easier, I just don't. So, bear with me in the noise. We have another camera going for this part, but let me go ahead and start getting this going. I'm going to kind of process it in about 2 or 3 steps. That way we kind of be sure everything incorporates properly. So here we go. Okay, first go done. Boom. I'm going to scrape down the sides of this. Because as we go, things are going to try to slide onto the top of the sides of the wall of the processor and not want to get blended. They don't have a choice. That's not what this is about. Oof. I'm going to go ahead and just throw in my almonds. Boom. And my first pinch of red chili flakes. Same deal. I'm going to get this thing going slowly. Well, I say slowly, it's only got one setting. I'm going to get this thing going and then drizzle in more of my olive oil. Let's start with a bit as we get started. Here we go. Hold off one more time. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? I'm now going to add in my cheese. However, before I do the cheese, I'm actually going to test this to see how salty we're talking. Oh my God. Not that salty at all, so we can go pretty good with the cheese. But it's the same deal. Pesto does not have to have any kind of dairy in it. You can absolutely make it dairy-free. I'm ultimately going to add probably about a tablespoon, I guess, roughly, of grated Parmesan cheese here. Scrape down the sides one more time. Boom, boom. Here we go, last time. My friends, I think we are in business. Oh, yes. Bring this to the main camera. Let's see if I can manage to get this in there. Come on, focus on the pesto. Yeah. I could probably process this a little bit more, which I probably will off screen here, to get a little less chunky, but it is, guys, this is good stuff. This tastes perfect. Exactly like we want it. Ooh, I missed the camera there, a little thick. Nice and basil-y. Now, if you want to make a poor man's pesto, you can actually use parsley instead of basil. I decided not to go that far, but it actually tastes totally fine. Done it before, not a problem. Beautiful. Get my pasta ready. Water boiling, gonna throw in some olive oil. Help it not stick. Sprinkle in a bit of salt. Beautiful. Now this is just linguine, so supposedly it's only gonna take us about a minute. Such cute little linguine rolls. You all can see that. Yeah, cool. Throw them in there. Throw them in there. I'm gonna set a timer for 2 minutes. All right, guys. Go ahead and transfer the pesto to a little jar here because I don't plan on using all of it with this one meal. I have one nice bowl of linguine in front of me. Should be a bigger bowl. Should be a bigger bowl because we might make a mess doing this, but what I'm going to go ahead and do with my pesto right here is just pour a bit of it on top. And by a bit, I mean a fair amount. Very nice. Okay. Bellissimo. Let's give that a quick mix here. Oh yeah. Now, up to you how much you want to use per serving of whatever you're making it with. I don't necessarily like putting a whole lot because I love pasta and I love pesto. It is a lot of calories, depending if you care. Something to bear in mind. It's a lot of olive oil. It's a lot of carbs. But if that's not your problem, then hey, enjoy it. Okay. That being said, I'm going to add a little more because it's going to be nicer for the picture. Yeah. Now, as you might imagine, this pesto is good for a lot of things. You know what? I might have a pizza recipe coming up. A pesto pizza? Like a pesto margarita pizza? Delicioso. I swear to you, it is good stuff. Highly, highly recommend. Man, guys, this is going to be good stuff. I'm going to go one step further and add us a little more chili flakes because I do like it a bit spicy. Guys, we are good to go. A wonderful plate of our fantastic poor man's pesto. We skipped the pine nuts. We used a good amount of basil, but again, you can make it even easier, cheaper, and use parsley or spinach. Just up the garlic, up the lemon, up the salt. You're not going to get quite the same flavor, but I mean, if you could try this thing right now, you would not worry about it. But guys, hey, as always, thank you so much for coming to Café Gabe. If you haven't already, hey, subscribe to the channel. I've got new recipes coming up here soon. If you tried the recipe and liked it, like the video. And if you have any comments for me, questions, concerns, ideas, I would love to hear it. Put it in the comments below. Did you make it spicier? Did you add some extra spices of some kind? Up the garlic, down the garlic, use more basil, use less basil, different kind of cheese. I was thinking of maybe using like sour cream or Greek yogurt to kind of make it extra creamy, but hey, I would love to hear it either way. You guys, again, thank you so much for coming to Café Gabe. Use the bigger bowl. Stay on your phone.